So in this figure we can see the structures passing through the greater and lesser sciatic foramen. So these are the structures on the cover of gluteus maximus. So we are trying to draw this figure. So first you draw the greater sciatic foramen. So we can see first you draw the greater sciatic foramen like this. This is the greater sciatic foramen, and this one will be the lesser sciatic foramen, and these two will be separated by the ischial spine. And further we look closely to the greater sciatic foramen. We can see there is a muscle coming out of the greater sciatic foramen, and that muscle can be called as the piriformis muscle. This is one of the key muscles of the gluteal region, escaping out of the pelvis into the tip of the greater trochanter. And similarly we can see another muscle emerging out of this lesser sciatic foramen. That muscle will be the obturator internus muscle. So this one is the obturator internus muscle coming out of the lesser sciatic foramen. And if you look closely we can see that there is an artery coming out of the above the piriformis muscle. So this one is the superior gluteal artery, and below we can see another artery. This one will be the inferior gluteal artery, and similar to the superior gluteal and inferior gluteal we can see two nerves associated. This one will be the superior gluteal nerve, and this one will be the inferior gluteal nerve. And further you see the greater sciatic foramen. The greater sciatic foramen is named as the greater sciatic foramen because the main content of the greater sciatic foramen will be the thickened sciatic nerve, which has got the root value L4, L5, S1, 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 S2, S3. It has got a tibial and common peroneal component. And if you look medial to the greater sciatic foramen, to the sciatic nerve, we can see another nerve that will be the posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. That will be the posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. So these are the structures passing through the greater sciatic foramen. So if you just look at these structures, these are the structures. Further we can see some structures escaping out of the greater sciatic foramen. They enter the pelvis, exit the pelvis, and they enter the lesser sciatic foramen into the perineum. So these are the structures called the pin structures. So they wind around the ischial spine. So the first one is the pudendal nerve. Next one is the internal pudendal vessels or internal pudendal artery. So we can see the internal pudendal artery, and the small one is the nerve to obturator internus. So these are the three structures wind around the. This escaped the pelvis through the greater sciatic foramen and enters the perineum through the lesser sciatic foramen. So these are the pin structures. Now you write all these contents. So first one, what are the structures passing along the
above superior gluteal?
Above the greater sciatic foramen we can see the superior gluteal nerve and vessels, and below we can see the inferior gluteal nerve and vessels, and here we can see the piriformis muscle. This we can see the piriformis muscle. This one is a sciatic nerve. This is the posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. These are solely to the greater sciatic foramen. And further we can see some structures, pin structures. These are the pin structures. They are contents of both the
greater and lesser.
Yeah, that means the pudendal nerve, internal pudendal vessels, and nerve to obturator internus. So these are the pin structures. And further, the only sole content of the lesser sciatic foramen will be the
muscle
obturator internus muscle. So all these will constitute lesser sciatic foramen. Greater sciatic foramen consists of pin structures and all these structures. So these are the structures under the cover of gluteus maximus.
And